2 years ago, I made a promise. I told you guys that when Lewis Hamilton joined Ferrari, I will buy another Ferrari. This is a story about one of the most personal cars that we've ever got. A car that belonged to one of my all-time heroes, and a car that I chased for 2 years and that somehow found its way back to me. Before I tell you anything about the car, I need to tell you about the man. Because if you don't understand who JK is, you won't understand why this purchase is different to anything that we've ever done. JK, the frontman of Jamiroquai, born Jason Cheetham, raised in Manchester, became one of the most distinctive musicians Britain has ever produced. Jamiroquai was formed in 1992, a combination of acid jazz, soul, and funk. It was different to anything else that was out in the time. They went on to sell over 35 million records, 7 studio albums, multiple Brit Awards, a Grammy, and they're one of the biggest brands of all time. And somehow they're still criminally underrated. But there's something about JK that sets him apart from every other musician, and that's that he's a knowledgeable, passionate, and truly uncompromised car enthusiast. He's not someone that owns a few cars, he is a petrol head through and through. And his weapon of choice has nearly always been Ferrari. So whilst I'm here, let me quickly walk you through some of the Ferraris that JK has owned in the last few years. The Ferrari 355, one of the most beautiful Ferraris ever built, mid-90s, naturally aspirated V8, and one of the last Ferraris before everything went turbocharged and digital. The 355 is a Ferrari that won over everyone. JK owned one and still owns one. And also he repainted it in Lamborghini's iconic viola color, the same color of his Lamborghini Diablo in the Cosmic Girl video. The Ferrari F40, iconic. If you ask someone to draw a Ferrari, this is probably what they'll draw. Twin turbocharged V8 and the last Ferrari that Enzo signed off himself. Fiberglass body, no driving aids, absolutely insane, and again, also featured in the Cosmic Girl video. The Ferrari Enzo, built in 2002 to celebrate Ferrari and Michael Schumacher's Formula One dominance, this Ferrari featured a naturally aspirated V12, doors that open upwards, and a carbon fiber chassis. It was also the first special series Ferrari to feature an F1-like paddle shift gearbox. The Ferrari F12 TDF, named after the Tour de France, the road race, not the cycling race. A naturally aspirated 769 horsepower front mid-engine GT car that many consider the greatest driver Ferrari of the modern era. Only 799 were made, and JK owned one. And then there was the iconic Verde Viper LaFerrari, Ferrari's hybrid hypercar, their answer to the P1 and the Porsche 918 Spider. 950 horsepower and only 499 produced, one of the most exclusive road cars ever built, and of course, JK owned one. This isn't a typical Ferrari collector that just buys the cars and keeps them in his garage, hoping that they'll go up in value. No, JK buys them, drives them, and loves them. He has an insane collection of cars and hats. The hats is a big thing. I don't think I've ever seen his head. Now I want to talk about one video specifically, a video that was etched in my brain from a childhood and helped shape the person who I am today. In 1996, Cosmic Girl was released and JK was driving his Ferrari F40, Lamborghini Diablo and Ferrari 355 through what looked like another dimension entirely. I was a kid when I first saw that video and I remember thinking that this is everything I want my life to look like. Fast cars, great music, complete freedom, not caring what a single person thinks. JK embodied all of that. The Ferrari F40 in the video wasn't a prop, it wasn't borrowed, it was his. He drove it, he spec'd it, and he put the most iconic music video of his career together. That video is probably part of the reason I associate owning supercars with a certain level of freedom. Just being able to go out with your boys and just drive and enjoy it. That is something that has always been a part of me. Even when I used to play video games like Test Drive Unlimited or even Project Gotham Racing, I used to just get together with my friends and we wouldn't race, we'd just drive around and enjoy. And then there was virtual insanity. Cosmic Girl was the car video. Virtual insanity had me in my room as a kid pretending that the room was moving. I feel good, But anyway, like I was saying, virtual insanity was etched into my brain. When I was growing up, obviously I loved a lot of music and a lot of people don't know I actually used to be in the music industry and that's why my Instagram is stuck as Tomi Music. But aside from that, I used to always listen to this song because my parents used to always play it, as well as Space Cowboy. Honestly, it was an amazing time in my life. This is a very personal purchase. There's a lot of emotional attachment to this car and it goes beyond anything that we've ever really done before. So genuinely, this probably means more to me than a lot of the cars that we've had. Right, let's talk about the promise because this is where their story actually start. February 2024, Lewis Hamilton announces he's leaving Mercedes, the team that he's won 6 of his 7 championships with, and joining Scuderia Ferrari. The internet obviously loses its mind, and I, on my TikTok, made a commitment. If this is true, and Lewis Hamilton goes to Ferrari from Mercedes, I will buy a... I said I was going to buy a Ferrari, a specific Ferrari, one that I had my eye on for a long time, one that to me represents Ferrari at its absolute peak in the modern era. At the time, I already had 2 Ferraris. I had my Ferrari SF90, which recently rejoined the collection, and I had my A12 Superfast, which probably shouldn't have sold, but I sold. Why did I sell that car? Anyway, adding another Ferrari was not out of the realm of possibilities for me, but there was one Ferrari that I had my eyes set on and one Ferrari that I've always wanted but never had. So I'd been keeping a keen eye on the market, looking at what's available and what felt special. And it took me a while before I found something. I didn't want to just get a basic Ferrari. I wanted to get something that really felt unique, something like my 812, something that had presence and something that was spec'd to the absolute max. Then one day I decided to head down to Ferrari Hatfield to see what they had in stock. I linked up with my guy Sammy, who I'll introduce properly later on in the video. Something there caught my eye, something very special, and coincidentally, something that I didn't know how much I needed in my life. A Ferrari that was tailor-made, one of one, and spec'd to the absolute max. A special interior, special color on the exterior, unlike any other Ferrari that I'd seen of this model. And then something even more special about this car, Sammy told me this car was owned by JK of Jamiroquai. I looked into the car's history to confirm this, and Google, one quick search showed that this was in fact his car, spec'd and ordered by the main man himself. That was it. I was done. I decided I want this car, but I said that I was going to come back in a few days with my wife to show her because I knew how much she liked JK as well. And also, I didn't want to just go straight in and buy the car without discussing it with her first. So I went home, spoke to my wife, and she was like, why didn't you just buy it straight away? And I was like, I wanted to talk to you about it first. Anyway, I called Sammy. He said, all right, look, Tommy, come in, look at the car and, buy it. And I said, okay, that's fine. Myself and Camille were planning to go in on a day. We got everything ready. We jumped in the car. I think even at the time we may have had like a turbo GT or something. But then coincidentally, at this time, Camille was very pregnant. So unfortunately, we had to then divert to do something else because something came up. Unbeknownst to me, Sammy had cleared out the entire showroom and parked the car in the middle. It was literally the only car on display in Ferrari Hatfield, and I had missed it. I told Sammy that I was sorry and that we'll reorganize the day, and he said, that's fine. Then unfortunately, something bad happened. I called Sammy and I said, I think I'm just gonna take the car. Let me just pay for it. I don't need to see it again. And then Sammy delivered some mad news. The time between when I was supposed to see it and when I called him back, another salesperson had sold the car. I was genuinely devastated, and it still burns me to this day. I can't explain what it felt like. It wasn't just a normal car where I could just replace. It was JK's car, and I missed the opportunity to own it. I was even so upset about the fact that I lost it that I called Sammy and I said, I will give the person that just bought it 20 grand more if they'll sell it to me. Sammy spoke to the person and they said no. Every month since that day, I have spoken to Sammy trying to get this car. The person that bought it has continuously refused to sell it, and I can't blame them. So I let myself down, I let my wife down, and I let you guys down because I told you I was gonna buy this Ferrari when Lewis Hamilton signed to Ferrari. And he did, and it still didn't appear in the collection. Until now. Sammy, the absolute legend that he is, called the customer every single month, even sometimes multiple times in a month, to see if the car was available. And the customer still wasn't ready to sell, but he had faith. He said, Tommy, I promise I will get you this car. So fast forward 2 years of regret, 2 years of the collection growing. This car has constantly been in the back of my mind, even when I got the 918 Spider, even when the SF90 came back. And then 2 weeks ago, I get a call from Sammy. Tommy, the car's available. This part still gets me. The owner decided to sell it because they had watched the video where I went to collect the SF90 from Ferrari in Hatfield. When they saw it, they called up Sammy and said, look, if Tomi really wants the car, he can have the car. They recognized how important that car was to me and the personal connection I had because of who owned that car. But enough talking, let's head to Ferrari so I can finally show you the car that has joined the collection. Jamiroquai's Ferrari. So it's finally happened, today's the day. We're about to head down to Ferrari Hatfield to pick up the dream car. I just can't believe it. I'm in shock. We're taking the SF90, but we're gonna leave it there because this needs to get serviced. So then we'll get that another time and then I can have all the Ferrari. Anyway, let's do this.
So I'm so excited about this car. This is literally, honestly, a dream to be picking up this special, legendary car. And I can't say much about it because Tommy's like, don't talk about it. So just come with us to see what it is. Okay, come with us.
So yeah, we're here now and I'm going to introduce you to the person that I've been stressing out with over this deal for the last 3 years, the man that made it happen.
Hello!
Sammy. Thank you very much.
Of course, thank you.
Sammy, you've been a Sammy's been a Ferrari for, how many years have you been here now?
Before this was built, so 3 years, 4 years?
3 years, so he's been here for 3 years, and 3 of those years I've been stressing him out about this car, and it's finally happening today. They've got many cars in here, but the one we're here to focus on is JK's, now our Ferrari. So I guess you've been waiting long enough. Let's reveal it. I can't believe it, you know, because we've been trying to make this happen for ages. Okay, so now it's actually hit me. It's like, I even forgot we were filming. It's actually hit me now. If you thought I looked very mellow before, it's because I was mellow, but now it's actually hit me. Oh my goodness, this is good. Oh, I can't believe it.
This wasn't one of those cars that's just come in and we've done
it.
We worked for this. This has been a few years of thinking about it. Like,
even like, it was about 5 months ago I said to Camille, we were sitting down putting TJ to bed, and I remember, and I said, that's the one car I wish we got. That's what I said. That's what she kept saying. She kept saying, "Oh, come back! Oh, one day." And I was like, "Oh, I just."
And I knew it would. I feel like some cars come around, and this
I've not given up on it.
No, you haven't. He's always messaging him, you know, to see if you can get the car.
Why are we getting there?
That is mad.
Also, Jamiroquai, JK, if you're watching this, please know that we will respect this car with all our we won't do anything crazy with it. We're not going to be going and doing donuts, or maybe one or two, but we're just going to have such a good time.
Hold on, so I love Hot Wheels.
No way! He's gonna love that.
Matching stickers.
Oh my god! He's gonna. So Sammy got that for our son. That he's. When I tell you, he's going to love that.
This is cool.
He's going to absolutely love that.
Beautiful. Tommy, do you love this key?
Pardon?
Look at that key.
It's a proper Ferrari red key.
This is a proper key. The SF90 key is, okay, so I always talk about how good the SF90 key is. But you see this key? You know, these two keys, that's a killer combo.
Okay, wow.
So my phone's ringing.
No!
Did you cut that?
No, cut down. Just do it. Yo! Nah, this is mad. You get. This is mad. Nah, this is mad. What the hell? Bro, this is crazy. This is JK's X488 Pista, the car that we got. The special part of the car, the part that I haven't spoken about yet, is under the hood. So if you come here, it was signed by the man himself. JK signed this Pista. The person that we're massive fans of and the car that we're a massive fan of, all combined together. This is just
so mad. What an honor. What an honor.
God,
that's unreal. That is unreal.
This is mad. I'll tell you what, this color looks insane. Like it's like a flat blue. What's it called? Blue Scotia?
Blue Scotia.
Scotia. Wow.
With full-on Koyo interior, which you cannot do anymore.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness, this is mad.
Amazing.
This is mad. What do you think? Yeah, this is mad. This is crazy.
Oh my God.
The interior is crazy, isn't it?
Interior sets
Interior
it
is
off.
insane.
Interior sets it off. Interior sets it off. What the? My cheeks are hurting because I'm smiling so much.
But sitting, you've not sat in it, have
I've
you?
never sat in
You've
it. No, I've never sat in it.
It's the first time you've seen it. Camille, get in it.
Are we getting in?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay,
The
we're about to
donut,
get
bro.
inside. We're about to get inside our new Pista. Tommy, the interior.
Wow.
Did JK spec this?
Yes. You got it new.
It's got such taste,
This
man.
is mad. Wow.
Tommy, this is mad.
I think it's the best looking car we have.
This is like my dream car.
Yeah, this is mad.
This is actually my dream car. Like.
3 years. And it's finally
And
happened.
do you know what's so mad? I knew that it would come back to us. That's why I kept saying
Yeah, you were mad relaxed. I was stressed out about it.
You were so stressed, but I knew somehow this car would end up back in our hands, and look, here we are.
Ferrari took the already extraordinary 488 GTB and asked one question. What happens if we remove everything that isn't essential and replace it with something better? The answer, the Ferrari Pista. The engine, a 3.9 litre twin turbocharged V8, but not the standard 488 engine. This is derived directly from the 488 GTE and 488 GT3 race cars. 710 horsepower, 770 newton meters of torque, 0 to 60 in 2.85 seconds, and a top speed of 211 miles an hour. Ferrari stripped 90 kilograms out of the Ferrari 488 GTB. Carbon fiber splitter, rear diffuser, and engine bay are just some of the elements that increase this car's performance, as well as a spoiler that adds 20% more downforce over the standard car. And it's in this wonderful, wonderful spec. It's called Blue Scotsy, that's the name of the color. It is a car that JK spec'd himself from the factory. And this interior is in this wonderful Coyo Alcantara. I had to ask my friends and my wife to remember because I couldn't remember the name. But it's beautiful in here. As you can see, you've got the Italian stripes, harnesses because it is a track car. It is just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and it may be the most beautiful car in the collection. This car shares its DNA directly with the Ferrari race program. In the most literal sense possible, a racing car with number plates. And then there's how it looks. The Pista is aggressive, but also elegant. Every vent, every crease, every line has a purpose. It doesn't try to look fast, it simply is. This is peak Ferrari design to me. And I say that as someone who has owned multiple Ferraris. I'm absolutely blown away. The car is just covered in carbon fiber. If you look at the interior, carbon fiber engine bay, this wing is just so beautiful. Wing? You call this a spoiler, wouldn't you? But do you know what's interesting? I find that Ferrari were an element of not putting spoilers on their car. But if you go down here, it's like there's a spoiler on the end of the diffuser. And speaking of the diffuser, it's massive. And again, it's carbon fiber. This is just gonna be, it's so beautiful. I don't want to drive it. And I never really feel like that with cars. Even the 918, when we collected it, I was like, oh, I want to drive this straight away. But this, I just want to look at. The wheels are in this bronze goldy color that matches the interior of the car. It just finishes off so well. And honestly, I think this is probably the best spec Pista that I have ever seen. If you're wondering what Pista stands for as well, it stands for track. It's Italian because they like to do that. I had to put my glasses on for this, and I don't really know what to say. You guys know that when I normally do this, I could just talk, but I'm so blown away. My first Ferrari was a magnificent 812 Superfast tailor-made in blue Electrico. Honestly, one car that I shouldn't have sold. The second Ferrari we got was the Ferrari SF90 in Rosso Corsa that we still own to this day, despite a long hiatus of the car not being around. Then we bought or won the Ferrari Pro Sangue from a collecting cars auction. That was in blue Americas. I really like blue Ferraris apparently. And then we had a short stint with a Ferrari 296 that was supposed to be for Camille, but she couldn't really fall in love with the car. And there seemed to be other issues with the car that there's no point going through now. So now that's 3 blue Ferraris, including the most recent one, and just 2 red ones. I feel like I'm doing this Ferrari thing wrong.
Yeah, tell me what you're gonna do.
So now we've got the car, gonna start it up for the first time and then take it outside. Yo, this looks insane. Wow. It sounds good, you know? I never realized Pista started like, yeah, the co-start was mad loud. I never realized Pista was that loud. Does it need an exhaust? No. Am I gonna put one on? Probably. So just to recap, 3 years ago, I saw this car in this place. I never knew it was JK's car. Sammy informed me it was, came to buy it. Unfortunately, it has sold. For the next 3 years, I've been pestering Sammy almost monthly about this car, and he's been asking the owner, and the owner, in his gracious ways, saw the video that we did where we picked up the SF90 from here and said, if Tommy really wants the car, he can have it. So I really appreciate that, because it shows that not only he watches my videos, which is a good thing, and you know what, subscribe actually, you guys, please. I need more subscribers. Anyway, it shows that not only he watches the videos, but also he understood the connection I had to this car that got away. And he's taken very good care of it. My wife, what do you think of it? I said wife. Wife, what do you think of it?
Outstanding. This is the best car I think that we could have bought.
Yeah, 100%. We were looking at a few cars.
Yeah.
When this car came up, it was a done deal. We were in the car on the way to Soho Farmhouse to get some food with the kids. And I was like, Sammy, yes. I said, it doesn't matter what the price is, just yes. And it's finally happened. The Pista is a limited production Ferrari. Ferrari constrained the numbers intentionally. This isn't a car where tens of thousands were made. This is a car where it was hard to get one, and part of why the market has done what it's done. And speaking of money, let's talk about the market, because buying this Pista wasn't as simple as just transferring the funds. So I'm here with Alex from Charles and Dean, who we use to fund all of our cars. For you, the Pista is is kind of the ideal car you want to get, because the values tend to be safe, if not going up in value. You just have to keep your eye on the market, but it's better, and the bank's view is better than a series run production car, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think the Pista's had time to mature in the market, so banks are more confident on where values are going. I think having looked at what numbers have done recently, I think it's a testament of that, and I think that just gives the banks confidence. When you're buying the car at the right price, they're comfortable with what they're lending against it. I think it's a dream combination. The Ferrari Special Series market right now is one of the most interesting and slightly terrifying markets in the car world. Let me give you some context. The 458 Speciale has nearly doubled in value over the last few years. The F430 Scuderia in the last 2 months has gone up over £150,000. And even the Ferrari 360 Challenge Stradale, which has been stubbornly at the same price for years, has moved significantly. These cars are going up in a way that few predicted. When I started this journey 2 years ago, Pistas were trading around the 280,000 mark. Strong money. But then the seller came back to me with a number on this Pista, 360,000 Great British pounds. It made me think hard, because I thought, will Pistas ever trade above 400k? Is the province of this specific car, a tailor-made spec, JK's ownership history worth the premium? I spoke to my finance guys down at Charles and Dean, and we worked through some numbers, and we got them to a place where I wanted it to make sense. And then whilst I was in the middle of this, and we agreed the sale of the car, the Pista market moved, and moved significantly. We started seeing Pistas trading above £400,000 with more miles and less spec. The car I was buying was 360k. This was now below market value. The decision then got a lot easier. There was a small complication though, and that complication was that we had just taken delivery of the Porsche 992.2 Turbo S. So the question of where we're going to put the Pista, let alone how we're going to fund the Pista, alongside the SF90, 918 Spider, SVJ, and all the other daily cars we have, became an issue. So at this point, the payment was done, the car had been purchased at below market value, but more than what I initially thought the car would be. So again, at the time of inquiring, the cheapest Pista online was 280,000, and the most expensive one was in the threes, but not high threes. So this market moving made purchasing this car a lot easier and a lot safer. We're about to do the first drive home, and I'll let you guys know how it feels.
Thank you.
Smooth. Really smooth.
What are we naming her?
Cosmic Girl.
Yeah, this has to be Cosmic Girl.
TJ's gonna go ballistic. Oh my God! Ferrari Pista! So we've been driving the car for about 15 minutes now, and it is very dialed in. I wasn't expecting it to be as direct as it actually is. I've driven a Pista before, but this was a long time ago, and I must have forgotten how it feels like. Especially jumping out of the SF90. The SF90 obviously has more power, but this feels more raw in the way it delivers its power because of the lack of electric boost. Even though it's turbocharged in the Pista, it doesn't drive as if it's turbocharged, or that I haven't ever been able to perceive so far. And that's because Ferrari use like a variable vane technology in their turbos, so it can artificially make itself smaller or larger depending on where you are in the rev range. Other than that, comfortable, especially when you put it in bumpy road mode. Handling is very direct and pointy. It feels almost GT3 RS-like, but in a Ferrari skin, I don't know how to describe it. It's like if Ferrari made the GT3 RS, that's the best way I can explain it. But honestly, I have no complaints. The one thing I don't like though, the steering wheel does feel old. I was thinking about upgrading it to the steering wheel, the F8 Tributo. Let me know what you think, or we could just leave it like this. What do you think?
I think the new one.
The newer one looks nice, right? The one we had in the A12 was really nice, so it would be nice to have that in here as well.
Yeah.
But that might be sacrilege. Also, we have no fuel. When I say no fuel, we have 47 miles of range, and we have 44 miles to go. So let's see what happens.
Cutting it tight.
So we're back home now. 24 hours later, we were really tired. It was a very exciting day for us yesterday. And the car's here, and it still takes my breath away. It's so beautiful. The color, the lines, the wheels, everything about it is just like art. I don't want to drive the car, it's so beautiful. But I think this hits differently, especially because of the story behind it. Like, it's a car that I came across 2-3 years ago, wanted to get missed out on by one day. Signed by JK, owned by JK. It's a Pista. I've always wanted a Pista, and I said to you guys, if Lewis Hamilton joins the Ferrari Formula 1 team, I'll get a Pista. And it took so long because I was waiting for this car to come up, and it came up because the owner saw the video we did collecting the SF90, and now he's here. So it's surreal, and I'm a proper Ferrari fan guy now. I'm just drinking out my Ferrari mug, but honestly, I'm blown away. There's not many times that I've had such an emotional connection to a car, especially from day one, but this is definitely one of them. I think in the garage now we have a lot of cars, but between the Pista, the 918 Spider and the SVJ, I think they're permanent and here to stay forever. And it's just going to be amazing bringing you all the journeys and stuff we do in this car, and we want to take it on a very special journey. You know, we took the 918 to Monaco, we took the SLS to Germany. I've got somewhere in mind to take this, and that's the home of the car, to Italy. So maybe we'll do that. It depends. I don't know if you guys want to see it, but yeah, the Pista's home, and I'm happy, Camille's happy, Nathan behind the camera's happy, and hopefully you guys can see how happy I am. Honestly, like, my cheeks are still hurting from yesterday. Now I can't stop smiling, but it must be the most beautiful car that we own. Stunning. We have bought a lot of cars in our time, but this one is truly special. Not just because of the fact that it's a Pista and we've always wanted one, not just because of the spec, and not just because of the JK element, but also because this has been a journey that's been going on for years now, trying to secure this car. And it's finally here. It's finally home, where it will probably never leave the collection. JK's previous Ferrari 488 Pista is now ours.